Hi, and welcome back to Serenity Cove Crafts. Today, we are going to make this adorable, look at that, look how cute that is, this adorable daisy coaster. There you go. I have a big oversized mug here. And there. See how pretty that is? I love it. Now, since I've made this, I've actually shortened the amount of stitches that we'll be using. So, without any further ado, let's get to it. Oh, you will be needing your 22 pin machine, either your Sentro or your Addi. Now, I already have my tubes knit up, so I will just show you what I've got here. Okay, so with this is Bernat Premium, and the color is gold. So that's what I used for the middle of the daisy. And for the white, I just used Lion Brand white. All right, so what we're going to do is I've taken this off the machine. Now, with this gold, I knit 20 rows. If you don't get this down, don't worry about it. I'm going to put the row count in my description. So you just have to click on more and go down and take a look. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to close off each end. So I'm going to be closing this end. Now, because this is going to be getting a lot of use, what I do is I just make sure that I secure the edges. So I go around these outside stitches here. Sorry, just trying to get this and keep it within the camera view here. I don't know, today's a rainy, chilly day, so I'm looking forward to seeing daisies or, well, right now they're tulips. Tulips are popping up around, and some daffodils, but I would really like to see some of the other flowers coming out, some more colors. All right, so I am at the end here, and I'm just going to knot this. I'm going to go across here like this, and just going to knot it once because we will be pulling the ends together once we form the circle. All right, so do the same thing with this end. And I hope you're taking advantage of my tutorials and checking them out. I know it's only been 2 weeks and I just launched the channel, but I've been working hard to try to bring you some content. And I hope you're enjoying it and making things. I don't have a Facebook page yet for Serenity Cove Crafts. I figure that I should wait until my channel gets considerably bigger before I do that. Okay. All right. So what we're going to do is kind of double the work this way so it makes a circle. And I am just going to take this one end and pull it through to the other end. Making sure that you go in through that little hole in the middle that you just closed up. And on the other side, make sure you're going in the middle as well. There I go. And then we'll just give it a tie. Now, because I want this to lie flat, what I'm going to do is, which is the longest strand, this is the longest one, I'm just going to do some stitching around. The way I'm going to do that So I'm just going to weave in and out here, just getting myself over towards, let's say maybe not quite an inch from the edge. And now what I'm doing is I'm just going to be going back and forth the way you would if you were doing a drawstring. Just going under like that, picking up one, going under one stitch. Okay, so you should be able to just weave it back and forth. We just want to give it a little bit more stability on the edges here. And I hope you're all doing well. Hope that life's being good to you. And just take some time out of your everyday, out of your real life problems, and come and just make some things with me here. Take a load off your feet, grab yourself a cup of coffee or tea, and let's just unwind. We're making some art here, and it certainly is art. It's just fiber art, and that is good. Should be coming up. There we go. That's over here. I can see where I started. All right, so now that I'm back over here, I am just going to kind of weave my way back down to the middle over here. Right, so back through to the middle. I'm hoping you can see this all right. Now I'm going to tie these again, and this time when I tie it, I don't want to pull too tight or it's going to act like a drawstring and pull this together, and we don't want that. Not in this project anyway. So we'll go ahead here. Let's just give it a tie. Like I said, don't pull that too tight. We'll just knot it a couple times. I'll go for 3. There we go. And one of the ends here, actually both of the ends, I'm just going to hide them in the work. It's funny, I was in the car today and we were just driving, and I get my ideas like all over the place. So getting my husband to stop the car so I can run into the dollar store. I need a sketchbook. I need to start writing this down and sketching it before my mind gets overtaken by some other idea. Okay, so there we go. We've got the middle. Now, what we're going to need is 7 petals. And I already have some of them cinched up and made ahead of time here. Now, so basically what you're doing is on your 22 pin, you're going to knit 8 rows. And then once you pull it off, it's going to look like that. And we're just going to close the both ends. I'm not going to go in and secure all the stitches like that. The edge of the coaster isn't going to have the wear and tear that the middle would have. But you're certainly welcome to go ahead and do that if you'd like to just secure those stitches. But I am going in and I'm just knotting it twice. And then I'm going to do the same thing with the other end. There we go. All right, So once they're both tied, what I like to do is I try to find the longer end here. Now the shorter one, I'm just going to take it and I am going to hide it in the petal. There we go. So I've already done the petals. So now what we want to do, you'll have your 7 petals. Just grab the white yarn. Oops, sorry, I'm a crafter. My fingers, I was playing with paint earlier, so my fingers got some black paint under the nails. Okay, so just going to go in like this. Actually, what I want to do is kind of go like this. Just take the needle over to what will be one of the edges here. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab 2 stitches here, and I won't be mattress stitching. I'm just kind of grabbing to sew it on here, and then I'm going to grab a couple more stitches. So you know what? I'm going to grab 1 stitch this time, go through the petal a bit, and then next time I'm grabbing another couple of stitches. Okay, and grabbing some more here. I grab 1 more. I tend to like to knot it in the back. I hope you can see that. And then we'll just go ahead and hide this. And we're going to be doing the same thing for all of the petals. I'll do another one here with you, and then I will pause the video and come back for the rest. Because there is another step where we're going to be sewing the petals. We will be sewing a few stitches just to join them, so it looks, you know, more like they belong. Okay, I'm just going to go over here. Let's see. Now, when I go into the next one, I skip a stitch, so I leave 1 stitch in between. We'll get that stitch later. Right, so you're grabbing some from the side here and going towards the middle of the petal. Okay, so just grab a couple more like this. And we just tie it off. You just keep going like that, and we just leave the 1 stitch in between the petals, and we'll be sewing those together, and we'll be using that stitch just to get the yarn to loop through. So I'm just going to pause this right now, and I will come back when we're ready to do the next step. All right, so I'm back. I've sewn all the petals on. And now what we're going to do is take some white yarn and just thread it in your yarn needle. And we're just going to start. See, for this one, this side ended up a little crooked, so I chose this center part as the front of it because I was not paying attention. I was too busy talking and not paying attention. Oh, shame on me. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm just grabbing some of the yarn from the petal, or yeah, I'm just putting the needle through the petal towards the base here. Okay, and I'm just going to let that be right now. Now I'm going to grab that stitch in the middle that we didn't use. And we're just going to go and grab some of this, making sure that we get part of the adjoining petal. And what we're doing is we're just going to sew them together. I'm going to sew the back. Right, so I'm over here. Sorry, I know I'm spinning this around on you. So we're just going to be picking the white petals. We're only going to sew about 3 stitches. Okay. And then I will be sewing there we go. And then I'm coming right back down. Coming back down to here. Now that's just for the first one, we're going to knot it and then hide the ends. So I'm just going to come on back through. I hope you're understanding the way I'm explaining it. So right now, what I'm going to do is just tie this. This is our starting point here. And we're just going to hide this inside the work. I'm going to hide it in the white part. And there we go. And another good thing about this project is you don't need stuffing. No stuffing required. A stuffingless project. And it's functional. You'll get something out of it. Okay, so now to continue on, I don't cut this. I just kind of take it. I'm going through this petal. And I'm moving my way over here. Now I'm going to be sewing these ends together. Just try to straighten out your petal the way you'd like it to lay down. All right. So I'm just kind of coming through here like this. And now I'm going to grab that middle stitch that we did not go through. And kind of grab onto this end. Oops. And making sure. There we go. Now we're just pulling them together and just going to. Okay. Now I'm just stitching, doing the 3. Just going to stitch the 3 times here. So just feel free to pause the video as you do your steps. You work on them at your own pace. Now I'm coming back down a few stitches. You see here. Now I'm just going to, when I finish each petal, I'm just going to knot it, and I'm just going to take this yarn. We're going to go, which direction am I going in? We'll go this way. Oh, I'm quite the chatterbox, but I got to pay attention to what I'm doing while I'm talking. Okay. So, same thing here. Go through that stitch. Actually, these ones I ended up sewing too close together, so there isn't that middle stitch, but don't worry, we're just going to grab like so. Grab a couple stitches over here, grab a piece of this petal. It's all good. It is all good. So now I am going to I may edit this just so that this gets cut down a bit. I have a habit of making my tutorials too long. I want to make sure you get all the information that you need. And yeah, I can get a little carried away because I personally like to see every single step. So I tend to teach that way as well. Oops. Over here. All right, so I'm just going to pause at this point. Just keep going around like that. Okay, so like we're going under. We're going to go over to the next petal here. And we're going to grab that stitch in the middle. And then grab onto this petal and then do our sewing. And do that until you get to the end. I'll be right back. And there we go. We're done. This is all it needs. And there we go. I really hope that you enjoyed your tutorial and let me know how yours turned out. These are so adorable, so springy. So until next time, my friends, you take care and I'll see you again.